Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about a challenge that I am facing with respect to the vertical axis wind pump. Right? The wind pump is having a width of just 12 inches, like 1 square feet is the tower breadth, and the height is 4 feet. So within this 1 square feet, I have to now accommodate the pump, right? And this is the cylinder. This itself is around 7 inches, and after that the piston will come, and piston has to have a freedom of at least 4 inches or 5 inches in order to pump the water. Now I am able to do only 3 inches of motion. So I cannot extend it further because the piston otherwise will get out of the frame, and it won't be safe to transport and operate. So therefore I have an idea, and I have to actually make this pump operate in a vertical direction because I have a lot of space in the vertical side. But now the vertical axis pump is rotating in a horizontal circular motion. How do I convert into a linear motion and then also turn that motion into a vertical axis? So this I have been thinking in these days, and then I came up with the gadget which I have designed. So we will see what is this and then how it can be made useful. So let me explain one by one the components. So the first is this simulation for the vertical axis wind pump, which is like it can rotate in this direction. The second is the spindle, which gets locked between these two parallel bars. And the third one is this frame, which is in right angle, which can be called as a bell frame, bell crank, right? So bell crank is something which is used in the railway lines when they want to change the line or when they want to put the signal. Then the mechanical transmission from a long distance is transmitted up to the place using bell crank, right? And some wires. So I have used that concept here to change the direction, and then this there is a fulcrum, and then this is connected to a vertical shaft, right, which can go up and down. Now let us see how this operates. So when I turn this, right, when I gently turn this, now this circular motion is converted into linear motion, and the linear motion is further changed into 90 degrees, right? And then it will make this shaft go up and down, as you can see here. And this is exactly what I want. So as the vertical axis rotates, so what happens is very smoothly the circular motion is transferred into horizontal motion, and then from the horizontal motion it is further bent in 90 degrees and then taken up to operate a shaft in a vertical straight line. Now in that straight line of the shaft will be connected the pump, and then the pump will operate. So here I am using two technologies. One is the Scotch yoke mechanism, right, which is converting circular to linear, and the second one is the bell crank, which is making a linear motion to turn 90 degrees. This is only a model, and when I am actually doing it, I will be using all pipes and profile pipes and then making it out of steel, and then the design also may slightly change, but the concept is the same. So what I need to do now more is that I have to put a counterweight on the back side so that it becomes more smooth, because this shaft weight will be there, and that I have to compensate on the other side by putting a counterweight. And then this Scotch yoke mechanism may need some improvement in terms of while doing it, which I will be designing directly on the pump. But this assembly is good enough for me to prove myself or encourage myself that this design will be successful. Now as you can see, there is no gears which are involved, and the number of moving parts also is very less, which means that lubrication need to be applied only in a couple of places like 1, 2 and 3. And this will be a sliding stainless steel bar, and that's it. The other aspect of this design is that it should accommodate any misalignments which can happen in the real life while doing welding and drilling. So if there is some kind of a mismanagement or misalignment which happens in the design or while working, in the field, then it should still continue to run without any issue. So this design allows that. The other aspect is that it can run slowly as well as it can run fast. So it doesn't matter, speed and other things doesn't matter. What only matters is that the number of components which are having some friction need to be kept reduced in designing, final design. And I could have actually designed this in a paper or a computer screen, but then I thought that let me do it on a wood, so that I also get some skill sets developed in woodworking. And I really appreciate how the toy makers are actually doing this. Now, given the available material, I had done this, designed it for myself. And once it is demonstrated, then I will be dismantling it. Okay, so now I try to make it as much as possible to the scale. Now here, if you can see this, the entire thing is now compressed within 6 inches. Within 6 inches. So which is well within the frame. From the center of the vertical axis wind pump to the outer end is just 6 inches.